A very good evening and welcome to a brand new edition of Weekend Primetime News. I'm Arundhati Mudannayak. Before taking a look at your headlines tonight, over the past 16 days, you, our viewers, were able to witness a sporting spectacular of the epic proportions here on the Champion Network. Together, we witnessed Olympic dreams being realized and we saw the thrills and spills of the London 2012 Olympic Games. Through our 3 TV channels, our aim was to generate enthusiasm for sport among the youth of this country in the hope of creating a future Olympian. Tonight, the 2012 Olympics will come to a close. As we brought you the opening ceremony of the Games amidst much grandeur, we are now prepared to join you at the closing ceremony. We invite you to join us as we bid farewell to the London 2012 Games at about 1:30 a.m. later tonight. And now a look at your headlines tonight. Police used tear gas to disperse protesters opposite the Badullah Hospital. President instructs officials to take steps to provide the farmers pensions. 250 people killed in 2 earthquakes in Iran. The London Olympics is to conclude today. The Jamaican men's relay team sets a new world record in the 4x100 meters. Now for the stories in detail. Police used tear gas to disperse protesters who had gathered opposite the Badullah Hospital this morning. The protesters were a group of minor staff workers at the Badullah Hospital. The demonstration was organized to demand that the law be properly enforced against a motorist taken into custody for running over a minor staff worker at the Badullah Hospital. Later, the police arrived to disperse the protesters. The police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana said that they hurled stones at the police at that time. The police HQI who sustained head injuries was initially admitted to the Kandy General Hospital and was later transferred to the Peradeniya Hospital. The police media spokesperson said that a police constable was also injured in the incident. Later, the police used tear gas to control the situation. The police media spokesperson went on to say that those who behaved in an unruly manner were apprehended and were later released on bail. A communique issued by the police media spokesperson's unit notes that information has been received that one tear gas canister had fallen inside the hospital premises, adding that investigations into the matter are underway. The communique goes on to say that tear gas was used only to disperse the group that behaved in an unruly manner and was not used targeting the hospital or the doctors or the hospital staff. The driver of the lorry, which was the reason for the protest, was arrested and was remanded until the 24th. Such a situation took place on the 2nd in the Kuda Bilivav area in Thambutegama. A group engaged in a protest with the corpse of a woman who was killed in a motor accident and demonstrated, citing that the police had not taken steps against the driver. The Thambutegama police was damaged as a result and the police used tear gas to disperse the crowd. President Mahinda Rajapaksa has instructed officials to take immediate measures to grant pensions to farmers. A communique issued by the President's media unit stated that the President has advised the officials to give priority to farmers in drought-hit areas while granting pensions. The President had also informed the officials that the farmers who receive fertilizer subsidies should be made aware of a savings program. Meanwhile, the President also met with a group of journalists in Kandy yesterday.
The meeting took place at the Presidential Palace in Kandy. During the meeting, the President had advised the Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media and Information to take measures to grant laptops for journalists in the area. Get the list of names. If they don't send it, let me know. We will get it from the governor and look into granting the laptops to the key people. Let's see what we can do about it.
You're watching News First, and up next is a look at Action TV.
The Bakyala police station came under attack on several occasions during the war. Although this danger has passed with the conclusion of the war, officers attached to the Bakyala police still face severe hardships in maintaining law and order. This is because of one village situated within this police division. The village named Mangalagama is located in the Batiklo district. While Mangalagama comprises of two Grama-Niladhari divisions, one of these divisions, which is Gamunapura, falls under the jurisdiction of the Venkaladi Divisional Secretariat. The other Grama-Niladhari division, which is Kachikudi, falls under the jurisdiction of the Pattipula Divisional Secretariat. Residents of both these divisions have to travel a distance of 140 kilometers in order to reach the Batiklo District Secretariat. Against this backdrop, the residents of Mangalagama came to the Bakyala police not only to seek the enforcement of the law, but also to resolve administrative issues due to its proximity to the village. However, the Bakyala police is located within the Ampara district. The OIC of the Bakyala police, who realized that hauling those responsible for this comedy of errors before court so they could wash out their hands of the matter, was not a permanent solution, organized a mobile service yesterday. The intention of this service was not the resolution of administrative issues which have piled up as much as civil and criminal problems, but to identify them. As the support of the officials closest to the public would be necessary to identify the administrative issues faced by them, officers of the Bakyala police with their own hands handed over invitations to the Grama-Niladharis of the Kachikudi and Gamunapura divisions and to the divisional secretaries of Venkaladi and Pattipula, seeking their participation in this mobile service. The residents of the Gamunapura division were done an immense service through this mobile clinic. But the only service provided for the residents of the Kachikudi divisions is that they were able to obtain the national identity cards, which they did not possess. This was because the Grama-Niladhari of the Kachikudi division and the divisional secretary of Pattipula failed to turn up for this mobile service in spite of receiving hand-delivered invitations from the Bakyala police. We have to travel to Pattipula just to obtain the card. I have to travel to Pattipula just to bring back 6 litres of kerosene. The lorry charges 200 rupees for that. We have such issues. They did not even come here today. The police district is Ampara, but for duties we have to travel to Batiklo. I don't have permission to go there in a vehicle. Minister of Public Administration and Home Affairs, this one is over to you.
The Ceylon Electricity Board states that it expects to repower the Norochole Lakvijay power plant from early morning tomorrow. The board's deputy chairman, Andru Vijaypala, stated that since all the tests done on the plant were successful, it is now suitable to repower the plant. The boiler of the Norochole power plant was heated this afternoon, and whilst the power plant is being repowered, there are some more tests to be done. The CB states that if those tests are successful, then the Lakvijay power plant can be included in the national grid. The deputy chairman stated that if that was done, then there won't be a need to impose power cuts tomorrow. Meanwhile, strikes launched by 2 trade unions of the Electricity Board still continues. Convener of the Joint Trade Union Alliance, Ranjan Jailal, stated that until an assurance to fulfill their demands is given in writing, the strikes will continue. Deputy Chairman of the CEB stated that the main demand of the trade unions, which is to eliminate salary anomalies, have been agreed upon. Though the Deputy Chairman of the CEB stated that these strikes by trade unions leads to the disruption of power supply in several areas, the Joint Trade Union Alliance has rejected this. The Chennai High Court permitted TESO, or the Tamil Ilam Supporters Organisation, to go ahead with its conference at the original venue. This is after the petition, which was filed by the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam party, led by the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M. Karunanidhi, was taken up for hearing.
The DMK, or the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, organised the Tamil Ilam Support Summit under the theme Ensuring the Rights of Sri Lankan Tamils. The summit was scheduled to be held at the Young Men's Christian Association grounds, Roypeta in Chennai. However, a situation arose after the Tamil Nadu police denied permission to host the summit, citing many issues including the breach of law and order. Thereafter, the DMK filed a petition at the Chennai High Court requesting permission to hold the summit. India Sun News reports that in the 11th hour, a bench comprising of 2 judges granted permission for the conference but imposed some conditions. Meanwhile, a special discussion was held this morning with the participation of the members attending the summit to discuss the proposals that will be tabled at the summit. South Indian-based Sun News reports that a group of foreign delegates were present at the discussion, which was chaired by M. Karunanidhi. The Elam Support Summit or the TESO Summit began at 4 p.m. this evening. A demonstration organized by the Federation of National Organizations was held in Colombo today against the summit being held in Chennai, India. The demonstration was held opposite the Indian High Commissioner's official residence in Colombo. The representatives of organizations that took part in the demonstration expressed their voice against the Elam summit.
විනා කරන්න අති හුණියම් කරන ඔව් උදවිය ප්‍රතිපන්දස් දාන කරලා ඒක තමයි අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව එන්න යන්න බලන්න යකුනේ පළ මේකේ
අපි ඉන්දියාවට මතක් කරලා දෙනවා ඊළම සඳහා සම්මන්ත්‍රණ වලට ඉඩ දුන්නොත්.
We would like to remind that if permission is granted to host the summit, it will be a bigger threat to India than it was to us. Since 1986, we said that the LTTE terrorism will be a threat to India. This was evident after the assassination of an Indian leader. If India permits the new Elam programs, India will have to endure the consequences.
ඒක විපාක විඳින්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා කියන බව අපි බොහොම වගකීමෙන් යුතුව සිහිපත් කරනවා.
Meanwhile, at a media briefing held in Colombo today, Minister of External Affairs, Professor G.L. Pevis, commented on the summit organized in Chennai. This is not an attempt by the central government of India and not even the state government of Tamil Nadu. This is organized by a separate faction. Therefore, this cannot be cited as a move by the Indian government. We express our objection to this. Conflicting views are being expressed over this matter. There is no clear stance about this move within India as well. Not everyone approves this. The Sri Lankan government has spoken about this. We have expressed our views about this to a High Commission based there.